hard to date someone? It really just depends on the person. Is it hard to date insecure people when you have an OnlyFans? Yes, it is.
Yo, what is going on, Warband? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video, and on today's show we're looking at a video submission through the Patreon titled OnlyFans Q&A, How Much I Make, Dating, and etc. And we will also be going over a study that has found that men are preferring to preferring to play games instead of date. Excuse me, what could be causing that? But before we crack into it, guys, if you're new here, you're liking the videos, be sure to subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord if you haven't already. And if you'd like to support the channel, get some more exclusive videos, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description. You get some other perks and stuff like that. But let's crack into the video.
It's hard to date insecure people when you have an OnlyFans. But you know, healthy, secure relationships are really easy to make if you and your partner are mature enough to be having those conversations and talking about what's bothering you. But ideally, like, I'm not looking for an insecure relationship. I'm not looking to date a man who's insecure, and so far I have not even had a single problem with this, because if a guy's insecure, I can clearly tell that from conversations just by other
I love how, like, if you don't want your girl being a 304 online and selling her body online, I love how you're insecure because of that, right? It's not because you have self-respect and you don't want your girl to be engaging in that sort of stuff. You are now called insecure, guys. You are not called you are called immature, because you don't like it if your girlfriend or partner or wife or whatever chooses to sell her body online. Isn't that just crazy, the world we're living in right now, guys? My goodness.
topics of conversation and not just OnlyFans. Have you ever met with an OnlyFans subscriber in public? No, and I never will. That sounds terrible. I hate pretending to like people. And you know, it's one thing when it's through a phone, but it's another thing when someone's in your face. I, in fact, also don't do phone or video calls either, because I do not pretend to like people. I simply cannot do it. It just feels like such a joke. And you know, there might be that one annoying comment that's like, but what if you do like the OnlyFans subscriber? I don't. I would so much rather sit my ass.
Yeah, because here's the thing, guys. Men who pay for this sort of stuff, they're not respected by the girl. Like, if you're a guy and you're paying for this sort of stuff, hey, you do you, man. But let me tell you, girls do not respect guys that give them unwarranted resources, attention, validation, and stuff like that. If you guys notice, if you're giving away your validation for free, if you're giving away gifts for free, if you're being nice today for free, as sad as that is to say, guys, if you are being nice for free, a lot of girls will actually interpret that as, you know, weakness, unfortunately. Right? Like, I get a lot of guys who will say, Taylor, I don't want to have to be toxic to attract women. I don't want to have to do this or that. And you know, it just puts men off for dating, because a lot of men are simply good guys who would prefer not to have to deal with this, who would prefer to have a more traditional way of dating. But you know, it doesn't look like we're going back, guys. It really doesn't. As much as it pains me to say. You know, gone are the days where, you know, you could do all of these polite acts and give stuff away and, you know, still walk away with respect at the end of the day. Guys, you have to start valuing your commitment, your attention, your time. Use it on things you care about. Use it for yourself, right? Let's get going.
In my apartment alone, then go meet a stranger, go pretend to like somebody, even if it's just for dinner. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like, that's like funny to me. Like, no, like with like a random man on the internet that I don't know at all. You could be a murderer, you could be a stalker, you could be like 70 years old, you could be ugly, you could be 12 years old. Like,
just throw the ugly one in there, right?
y'all are tripping. Like, y'all really trip over that kind of stuff. Have you ever intimately connected with a fan? No, like, it's not like, it seems very real from, like, I'm probably gonna get hate for this video too for my fans. It seems very real from the fan side, but it's not real for the girls. Like, you know,
Yeah, because all you are is a simp being used, a meal ticket. Guys, I've said this on the last video about these sorts of creators, these sorts of relationships. They're parasocial relationships, guys. The girl has no interest in you at all. No interest. It's the same. It's almost the same thing as you know, being led on by a girl. They'll if given the opportunity, girls will use you for free attention. You know, they'll just hit you up out of nowhere, and with that tiny bit of interest, she'll give you like a tiny bit of interest to see if she can still reel you along. And if she can, then she'll like disappear for another. Guys, you will be used for your attention. I it is honestly painful to see how men are just not told this information. Right? All these dudes getting used for their resources, their time, attention. Nobody's telling them. No, nobody's telling them that that's what's happening. Nobody tells them that those things that are being taken from them are even valuable. We as men were expected to be like, oh yeah, well our time's not worth anything, right? We should just drop what we're doing and help the people around us, help the girl around us. If she's got problems, maybe we can help her with her homework, all this kind of stuff. No, no more, guys, no more.
Our models where you're paying us, like, this is not real. If a guy opened an OnlyFans, would you subscribe? That is a good question. No, I don't think I would subscribe because I am very familiar with the behind the scenes way that OnlyFans works, and I also just feel like if I wanted to talk to a guy romantically, then I would simply just message them on Instagram or try to find some kind of normal way to contact them, and if they don't reply to my Instagram message, I would just assume that they're not interested and move on. That is what I would do if a guy opened.
How easy is that, guys, right? If she wanted to be engaged with a man romantically, all she would have to do is just send him a message. Isn't that interesting? And we as men, we're told that we have it easier in dating. That's just absolutely crazy.
And OnlyFans that I like. Are you easy to hook up with? I believe I already answered this question a few questions ago, but no. No, 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 no. I am very difficult to hook up with. You will have to take me on dates with the S. I do not, very rarely have sex on the first date. Like maybe once a year will I have sex on a first date.
Well, I mean, at that rate, you're already doing it consistently. Right? Like, if you go 10 years and you're dating for 10 years, you've slept with guys on the first date at least 10 times, and that's being generous if you're even telling the truth, which, is an interesting conversation in itself. If you ask a girl this question, guys, if you ask her, are you easy to hook up with? She's going to tell you no. Now, even if she is, okay, the truth is not relevant here. The truth is not something that can be said. She's going to tell you no. She's going to tell you, well, I have this standard and that standard and this standard, despite the fact that those standards do not exist for men she is attracted to. Guys, if a girl is attracted to you, she will make time for you. She will come and see you. Okay? You don't have to... Gone are the days when you had to pay for a date and all this kind of stuff. Guys, literally 2 days ago, two nights ago, a girl just drove 40 minutes to my house just to come over. I didn't have to buy her a thing. Not a thing, guys. I didn't have to take her on a romantic date. She's not ugly. You know what I mean? It's like this kind of stuff, affection, intimacy, it's free, guys, now. It's just absolutely free. And that's a good segue into today's little article that we're going to look at. So let me just zoom in real quick and switch the tab. And let me read this to you guys. So, if you think young men prioritize S3X the most over other pleasurable pastimes, then you might be wrong, as new research has shown that they can give up on it to play video games. The findings, which included 2,000 young men and women, not that many, but indicate that the proportion who say that they have not had a non-romantic S3 actual encounter in the past year has risen from 11.7% to 15.2%. For men aged 18 to 24, it rose from 18.9% to 30.9%. Wow, I wonder why that could be. It's almost as if, men don't have to give up their commitment anymore. That's the thing. Men do not have to give up their commitment anymore. We have dating apps. We have Instagram, which, make no mistake, guys, is a dating app, despite what people will tell you. It's a dating app. Men are saying, well, what's the point of spending thousands of dollars on a wedding ring and doing all this and that when the girl already has a body count in the hundreds? And, that's a fair question to be asking. I think that's a fair question to be asking. The question is, it really boils down to, what is the girl bringing to the table? Okay, what is she bringing to the table? And the answer these days is often not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. But anyway, let's continue with the video a little bit more, and I will zoom it out. And let's keep going.
That is just not something that I'm interested in. I am interested in someone providing for me and getting to know me before they see the sex, because a lot of the times when guys are interested in me, they're interested in me because they find me attractive and not because they actually know me well. So I try to make sure that the guys know me well. They know, you know, the annoying shit that I do and the good shit that I do, and can appreciate both of those things before we are intimate, because I just do not feel like having sex with random people that don't care about me.
Guys, we're gonna leave it there on the on that note. I don't think I can watch any more of the video, but if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to comment on your way out, your thoughts, your opinions, and your experiences. Have a read of other guys in the comments and see what they have to say as well. Subscribe if you're new, if you're liking the videos, and if you'd like to support the channel, guys, get some exclusive videos, some other perks and stuff like that, be sure to check out the Patreon. It's a great way to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Yo boys, it's Taylor here. I just want to say thank you if you've made it to the end of the video, and if you've been enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe on your way out, join the Discord, and check out the Patreon link in the description. See you boys in the next one.
Talking too much in the gum and they're missing it. Had to put myself together, we can compose you, follow my heart. Alright, I used to ride in the back of the bus.